All right, hello. Today we are talking about the nervous system. So, as you can see on this diagram, the nervous system is split into two different branches. You've got the central nervous system, which includes the brain and the spinal cord, whereas the peripheral nervous system is everything else. The peripheral nervous system splits off into two more branches, which is the autonomic nervous system and the somatic nervous system. The difference between the two is autonomic nervous system is involuntary, whereas the systematic nervous system is any voluntary movement muscle. So for the autonomic nervous system, it is split into two divisions. You've got the sympathetic division and the parasympathetic division. Today we are going to be talking about the sympathetic and parasympathetic division. Um, Right. So as you can see on this diagram here, we've got the parasympathetic and the sympathetic divisions. So the parasympathetic division, also known as the rest and digest, and the sympathetic nervous system is also known as the fight or flight. So as we can see here, the rest and digest refers to whenever we are in a calm state. Our pupils will be constricted, our saliva will be stimulated, and our heartbeats will be slow. Um, on the other side, our pupils will be dilated, um, our saliva will be inhibited, and our heartbeat will be increased. So, if we can think of an example, like for example, for the sympathetic nervous system, if you're ever at a time where it's like a fight or flight mode, like for example, you encounter a bear, let's say, your pupils are going to dilate so you can see better. Your saliva is going to be inhibited and your heartbeat's going to go up. So like if you think of when you're scared, your heartbeat increases. And as for the parasympathetic, your airways will be constricted, and your stomach activity will be stimulated. So you're in a calm mood, and um, your breathing is fine. You're not like breathing heavy. Your stomach activity, like you'll be hungry, or it's not inhibited. On the other side, you're all right. And another thing that your body does when in fight or flight mode is that it secretes epinephrine and norepinephrine, which also is also known as adrenaline. So what it does is it prepares your body to run, for example. And we've got it right for the parasympathetic. We've got the inhibits the release of glucose and this stimulates the gallbladder, whereas on the sympathetic side, it's the opposite. Um, and we've got the stimulation of the intestines versus the inhibition of intestines. So those are the differences between the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous systems.